my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of FM22's The Hall of Fame. Last episode is linked up for you, my friends. Make sure you go and check that one out before cracking on with today's. Now, as the title suggests, cup game, big opposition. Let's get into this one. So before we crack on with today's episode, let's talk about where we've been heading and how the form's been going and what's been going on basically between then and now. Last episode, really good win in the second round of the cup, 1-1 then in the league against SV Horn. I said that I was going to play through the next cup game, and you know, it's a 50-50 chance at the end of the day. It's knockout. They're in the same league as us. And thankfully, we beat them and we've booked ourselves an absolutely massive quarter-final for today's episode. Now, I'm going to throw out there, I'm not at all confident about today's game. I'm going to be honest, because I've looked at their team and it's a joke. The golf in class is ridiculous between just the top division and ours. And yeah, it's one of those things. But as you can see, the form has been going relatively well. 4 wins, 3 draws and a defeat. And the defeat comes against the team that's, marked down as favourites for the league. They're absolutely flying and they've just been relegated. So, you know, I feel like it was one of those, they played really well and they deserved to beat us on the day. But started this run with another 1-1 draw. It was against Floresdorfer. And you'll see that Sokler scored. They got themselves a 90th minute penalty and tucked it away. Then we came up against Leifering and a 1-0 win in this one. Thomas Meyer with the winner very, very late on. We came up against Kaffenberger, a 3-0 win in this one. Christensen from the penalty spot, Sokler and Moran sealing the dealing. And then we came up against SV Lafnitz in the cup, and it was a 2-0 win. A little bit of rotation, took it deadly seriously though, because I said I was going to try and take the cup as serious as possible this season, and you'll see that Hoyland and Sokler scored the goals in the game and booked us that quarter-final place that we're going to play in today's episode. And then a couple of draws again. I don't know, it just seems to be a running theme at the moment. If we draw a game, then the next one after that's a draw. But WSG Tyrrell, they were up next, 1-1. You're going to see that they did take the lead on the 16th minute. Sokler pulled it back in the 84th minute, and when we were well on top, after we scored, Prokop got himself a second yellow card right at the end of the game, and it ended up as a draw. We came up against Dornbirn, 1-1 in this one. Really disappointing because Dornbirn haven't really been going that well in the league. Sokler scored and we just allowed them to score late on. We came up against Lafnitz again, who we played in the cup, and it was another 2-0 victory. This time it was Davies and Sokler on the score sheet late on in the game. Then we came up against St Polten, and it was that disappointing 2-0 defeat. They were 2-0 up in 21 minutes. It could have been more. We probably could have scored as well. We did have a few chances, but they were very good in the game. And that's our first defeat. Marks our first defeat in charge of Grazer. We've had a mid-season break, so we've played a bunch of friendlies. We've done all right in the friendlies, and that brings us up to date with the club, and we're going to be playing that quarter-final today. Now, I'm just going to quickly check the transfers, because the transfers did happen. Yes, I should have probably done this first, but there are some transfers that have gone through. There was obviously during the course of that break, there was a small transfer window, and I went and did some business because there was a few areas of the pitch that we were struggling a little bit, and I wanted to get some bodies through the door. Now, Kyle Mulwayne or Fulwayne, I'm not sure how we're pronouncing that name, was a player that we already kind of lined up. We'd already had the bid in, but he was only 17, so he couldn't complete his move until the January. He's now part of the team. He's in the club, and he looks ridiculously good, doesn't he? He looks across the board amazing. He's 18 years of age, and he's only going to get better. And I just think he looks like an amazing player. Hasn't played a game yet. Probably will do in today's episode though. He looks quality, doesn't he? Absolutely class. We brought in Lucas Benelli, a new backup goalkeeper. He could potentially be first team goalkeeper. It was what drew me to him. He's only cost us 50k, and so I just decided to bring him in. He's on a similar level to what we've already got. I'm going to stick with our current keeper because he has done a good job this season, but potentially one for the future there and one to keep an eye on. He's only 21 years of age. And then we brought in João Adriano on loan for the remainder of the season. I said that left-hand side was a bit questionable, wasn't it? Christensen's been doing all right out there, but he's a bit up and down, and then we don't really have anyone other than him. So I decided to bring in another player to hopefully help us out on the left-hand side. He's only come in loan. We tried to sign him full-time. He wasn't interested. So, we're just loaning him for the rest of the year, and we'll just see how he gets on. As far as players going out, you will see I moved a couple on. Jacob Meyerhofer was the backup goalkeeper. I've moved him on. We got a little bit of cash for him. He was in the last year of his contract anyway, and he was never going to play, so we decided to cash in. We've sold Joseph Weber. He was the right back that wasn't playing. He wanted first team football. A really good offer came in for him for 300k, so we decided to cash in. I thought it would be silly not to. And then Leo Mikic was another one who wasn't playing any football, and it was a good offer, £300,000 on the table. So we took that, and it just helps us a little bit because our finances were very, very healthy at the beginning of the season, and this has got nothing to do with me, but they're really not. I just feel like the expenditure at the club far exceeds the money that we're making. We're not filling the ground up. We're barely getting, I think we're only getting about 2,000 in a week. It's not a lot at all. If I show you some of the things, 2,500, 4 away fans. Jesus Christ, they must have been cold in the away end. But 2,400 fans there. And if you're having a look, it's a 16,000 capacity stadium. So we're not really getting the people through the door at the minute, and I think that's probably what it is. We're just our outgoings outweigh our incomings at the moment. As you can see, we're well within our wage bracket. We've still actually got transfer budget left, so it's nothing really that we've done wrong. So as a result of everything that we've talked about thus far, this is how the table looks. 9 wins, 6 draws, 1 defeat, 33 points. We're 2 points away from St Polten, who are top of the table. It's a 4-horse race, if you ask me, at the moment. Lafnitz, although they're going okay on 29 points, they're a bit up and down, but Wacker Innsbruck, Tyrrell and St Polten, all very, very good teams, really consistent. You're going to see all their players, are all in all of these bits and bobs, and it's because they're the best teams in the league at the end of the day. So it really is, in my opinion, a 4-horse race at the minute, and it's going to be tough to dispatch of these guys. But we're here for the cup. Before we crack on with it, I'm going to just quickly show you their transfer dealings and what they've been up to. How we are going to compete with this, I'm not sure. They've spent £64 million in this current transfer window. They've signed Felipe Anderson, Adam Webster, Callum Chambers, Andre Kamaric. These are very, very good players. I'm not sure what's going on, but they have got some pulling power. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder why they've got that pulling power. Well, the Bundesliga, the Tipico Bundesliga, is ranked 9th in Europe. 9th reputation in Europe. It's crazy. It's actually an incredible league. And we could potentially get promoted to this. But they've just got wages, they've got all sorts to burn, essentially. And, they've sold some players as well, made some good money. And as far as the cup's concerned, I will just click on the cup competition. It's the second best domestic cup competition in Europe. So if we win it, I would hate to think how many manager points we would get on the Hall of Famer, but we've got a very hard game to get past right now, and that's what we're going to attempt to do. So this is the team I've decided to go with. I was going to go defensive, but I just thought to myself, we're lining ourselves up to get battered if I go defensive. Let's just stick with what we've been doing this season, tried and tested. And if we lose, we lose. I don't expect to win. I really don't. This is Red Bull Salzburg at the end of the day. Best team in the country and consistently in European competition. So let's just see how we get on. So we're going to go with Riegler in goal, Prokop Landazuri at fullback. Vasco and Wimmer are going to play centre-back. Kingsley next to Christensen in the midfield. Adriano left, Cal on the right, for Wayne on the through the middle, and Sokler up top. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Not only are we coming up against ridiculously difficult, opposition. Look at the weather. The pitch is frozen. The playing conditions are not ideal, and this is not going to be easy. I'm expecting a very, very hard task on our hands in this one, but we go nonetheless, and we'll just see what happens, ladies and gents. And let's just see if we can do the unthinkable and cause a shock. Here we go. First highlight of the game. We're on the football. Vima is going to find Vasco. Comes this way to Landazuri. And I guarantee this results in a goal, because it always does when we go long. Look at that ball through into Pepe. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I'm going to berate the team. What a chip. Why is the keeper so far off his line, though? There were questions need asking there. Wow. Okay. There you go. They're passing this ball around. Now, if you're finding it difficult to see the ball, I can only apologise, but it's just how Football Manager is with certain weather types. Even I'm struggling a little bit. Ball comes in, headed it out. It's well defended those two times, but I get the feeling it's going to come straight back at us, and the header ends up over the top. Got to do better there. We have to do better there. 15 minutes gone in the game, and it is all Salzburg, and we relinquish possession again. We're never going to do anything if we keep giving up possession of the football. Silly from us. And they just pass their way through us. Maybe I've overdone the press. I've tried to press every single player, and I might have overdone it a little bit, but they're such a good team. I wanted to try to disrupt them if I could. And they pass the ball through, and that's a silly penalty to give away by Prokop. And can Riegler make himself the hero? I'm going to demand more just before the penalty's taken, because I anticipate that it's going to be put in the back of the net. It is. It's 2-0, and the golf in class is there for all to see. This is what we could be playing next season if we were to get promoted. We've had one shot. I would definitely have to figure out a defensive formation, something to just kind of bed in and try and nick points or hit them on the counter or something. I haven't had to do that this season. They've hit the crossbar now. I haven't had to bother this season because we've been relatively comfortable in the league, but I just wanted to go for it. I didn't want to have to sit in. 3 shots from us, none on target, 10 from them, 6 on target. They're absolutely annihilating us. Every time there's a highlight as well, it's just Salzburg, isn't it? It comes back, and that's well nicked. Poor from the right winger, though. He's tried to redeem himself with a tackle there. It hasn't worked. And Nicholas Capaldi. Yes, there you go. I don't know. At the moment, this could be a cricket score, because I have no answer to anything they're doing. There's some very poor performers out there from us. If this was in the league, I would be getting really angry, but I didn't expect us to beat this team. They're so good on paper that I knew it was going to be hard, and we've made it to a quarter-final, end of the day. I'm going to tell them they've been shite, though, because they have been. And I'm going to make some changes. For Wayne's going to come off. Not the ideal debut for the young man. Hoyland's going to come on for him in the midfield, and we'll just send him out there for the second half. And really, this is about just playing for a bit of pride now. See if we can get a goal, hopefully not concede any more, and then just move on into the league and hope that we can get the job done there. Right, throw in. Christensen. That's good. Sokler. Oh! Tell you something now, that would have been a special goal, because he sat the defender down and then he sat the keeper down and he just couldn't put it in the back of the net. That is really unlucky. Christensen's going to go left. We're going to bring Adriano off because he's had a terrible game. For Cole Moran, and see what he can do. But yeah, we've been a bit better in the second half, haven't we? Kind of limited Salzburg's opportunities. Maybe I just got the starting lineup wrong. I've just made that sub and Wimmer's on a bloody injury. What an idiot. Yeah, look. Anyway, let's just do the Oppo stuff. I know we're going to lose, but I still like to do it. But yeah, let's hope that Wimmer thing isn't too bad. The injury's not too bad and it isn't going to hamper him for the next game. Right, throw in from Prokop now. Into Højlund. Good football. It's unlucky. It's another good opportunity, though. We've carved out a couple of chances in this game at the end there, but not to be. And it is going to be Salzburg moving on into the semi-final. Well deserved. They're the better team. And we go crashing out. Well, the cup didn't go how we wanted the cup to go. We got absolutely battered, didn't we? But I showed you the power of their club and the pulling power, the spending. We ain't got that. We are nowhere near that. We're just attempting to go up. But the golfing class is there to see. And should we get promoted, because there's really no guarantees, one team goes up as champions in this league. But should we manage to do the unthinkable and go up, that's what we're going to be coming up against next season. It is going to be tough, isn't it? But back to league action. We're at home and we're taking on SKU Amstetten, who have been going all right recently. So we're going to go with Riegler in goal, Braut and Prokop at fullback, Vasco and Burin at centre-back. We're going to go Højlund and Kingsley centre midfield, Adriano left, Christensen right, for Wayne through the middle and Sockler up top. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second game of today's episode, back into the league. Let's hope we can get a win and bounce back. We're actually 2 defeats on the bounce at the moment, so that's a little worrying, but not much we can do about it. Essentially, the 2 defeats this season have come against the 2 teams that we've faced, so that says it all, really. It really does say it all. I'm hoping these additions can show up. During the course. Now, I know they've only just signed, but let's hope that they can show up. Adriano, for Wayne. I'm looking at these 2 in particular, and I hope they can push us forward for the remainder of the season. But early stages of the game, 10 minutes gone, not much to talk about. We're struggling already to get into this one. If we were to draw here, it would be devastating, because then it would be a 4-point gap between us and St Polten. They're going very, very well. Super, super strong at the minute. So, yeah, we're going to have to do something special to catch them at the moment. But nearly half hour gone in the first half. And we're going to get a throw-in into Adriano, who just gives the ball away. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do there. Be great if we could press the ball, lads. Would be absolutely amazing. Here we go. Vasco, brilliant header from you. Prokop into for Wayne, into Kingsley. We're passing the ball around nicely. For Wayne, it was a champagne pass. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh my God, where have we gone? Jesus, he just danced through us like Michael Jackson. Sort yourselves out, lads. That is absolutely ridiculous. All you need to do is spin round and moonwalk to complete the deal. It was an absolute joke. Where did our defending go? I tell you something I've never had to do before on FM this year, is I've actually had to tweak player instructions, to keep my centre-backs closer together, things like that. It's unbelievable. It's definitely the most difficult at times to get right. All right, half-time's done. I've done the team talk while I was waffling away. Nobody's really interested in that. We're on top statistically, but obviously the scoreline is the only thing that's important. And at the moment, it's still 0-0, and they're proving really difficult, aren't they? Let's make some changes. Let's bring a new right-sided midfielder on. Christensen's gone over to the left. Not impressed with Adriano the 2 times I've seen him. He's been pretty poor. Expected more from him. He looked a very good player. It's a long one over the top. Well done to win that Kingsley in midfield. Christensen comes forward. Back to Prokop. Christensen is a great player, technically, but he doesn't really have the pace. He's never going to go past people. Hoyland now. Into Coy or Cow. I'm not sure how we say that name. Kingsley recycles for Wayne. Oh, he's at the woodwork. Christensen, though. Tobias Christensen's there with a rebound. I was a little worried that was offside, but it's going to stand. And we go 1-0 to the good. Absolutely buzzing. What an effort from Fort Wayne, though. That was unbelievable. And so we're coming towards the 70th minute, 20 to go. And this is where we got to be careful. The 1-0 is not a solid lead. Oh, it just hit the post. We hit the woodwork so much. We really do. Like, there's a lot of games you guys don't see. I'm going to make a change. Moran's going to come on for Fort Wayne years. Lots of games, obviously, you guys don't see. And we hit the woodwork a ridiculous amount. And it's been the same with every team as well. Oh, come on. There's not long to go. Not long to go. Let's just get these Oppo instructions sorted out. Just to make sure, because we're late on now and I can't afford to concede. Oh, come on. See this out. Statistically, we've battered them. Twice as many shots. But 1-0 is going to do it. It's going to do it. Get in there. That is absolutely massive. Well, we had to scrape that win, didn't we? But a win nonetheless at the end of the day. 1-0. Lovely, lovely job. Now, I am not sure about next episode. What I'm thinking of doing is potentially playing sort of 6 or 7 games. Getting it close to the end of the season. Like close enough that hopefully we're still in with a chance. And then we could do an end of season episode basically. So I'm looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could come back for the Floresdorfer and the Wolfhurt game. So it'd be 9th and bottom basically. So there could be some goals. There could be some wins. Might be an interesting episode to bring it back for. But then it leaves enough games there so that if we are faltering or if we are ahead, then, you know, it'd be a nice way to kind of like end the season. When you see the league table, it really is neck and neck though at the minute. And if it carries on like this, it could be a fascinating couple of episodes incoming. But that's basically what I'm thinking of doing, gang. So we're out of the cup. It is what it is. Easy breezy. Let's see if someone can beat Salzburg on the way though to the final. But the league looks like this. We are second in the table, just 2 points behind St Polten. We've got the top goal scorer in the league. Riegler and Christensen are doing well this season as well in their departments. Just the 1 defeat, those 6 draws. It's very, very reminiscent of Timisoara, isn't it? The draws are what's hurting us at the moment. But let's just see what happens. Let's see where we are next episode. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of the Hall of Fame. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you've enjoyed it in the comment section below. It'd be very much appreciated by yours truly. Let me know what you make of this club as well, because we're still relatively new to this team. And, you know, I think we're going all right. We're doing some good stuff, but it'd be good to hear from you guys as well. But, my friends, the next thing you need to do is obviously hit that subscribe button if you're new around here and you've enjoyed this. Drop a like on the video as well. It's really, really important. I can't implore how important it is to keep liking all the videos on the channel. But until the next one, I'm saluting you all. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you on the next one.